Okay, and I think we are live. Welcome back everyone to the Ales and Fails Swiss stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, Beer Goggles 21, the excellence of inebriation. And welcome to Friday, welcome to the afternoon, morning, Friday stream. This is the block I'm calling bonus round because you know what, sometimes I'm not going to be able to do it. I think it's kind of a stretch to try to pack 4 streams in a scant 2 days. So this weekend seemed optimal. I think it was good, but you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it tears down the body. And welcome back, new friend of the stream, Rio de Lobos. Hopefully you're having a swell Friday as well. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so it's if anybody was tuning in last night, I was playing Hades. That went moderately well. It was a good opportunity. We reached Hades, which again doesn't happen very often, but we mustered through. We had some good advice from some good friends, and yeah, we made our way. Of course we lost, but you know what, who's counting really? It's these things will happen. So today we're actually going to back to the world of the lands between, as they say. And yeah, I actually haven't played this game on stream for quite some time. Generally I would have a friend of the stream, John, come in with us, and we would have the Taproom Tales corner. Unfortunately, John and I don't have our schedules matching for the foreseeable future, let's say. I'm sure that one day he will come back, but if you enjoyed the Taproom Tales block, don't despair. They might get revived at some point. Until then, you'll have me play Elden Ring in my very amateurish way, as you are used to. And yes, our friend Rio de Lobos did definitely hack the algorithm for Hades for us. Couldn't have gotten as far as we did without his support. So yeah, I think last time I was playing Elden Ring and streaming it, I was going through Stormveil Castle. I actually haven't moved very far from it, and that was slightly over a month. I did travel around Limgrave offline though, and that was a good time. So I think I'm a little bit better. I think I'm starting to understand incantations. Some of you might recall that I play a Possessor that is a Strength Faith build, but you know, I only picked up on that very late in the game, as in only in the past couple months that I actually started noticing, oh hey, maybe I should actually structure this character a specific way. Anyways, that's a lot of chatter. Let's go ahead and see what's on tap today. So today I've got a Prickly Paradise, and Prickly Paradise is it's not a beer, it's actually a cider. Well, ales, you might ask. Why are you drinking a cider during a beer show? And to that I say, I make the rules on the fly. A cider, unlike a beer, is actually made from fermented apple generally, though you do include a bunch of other fruits in there to give you some variety. I'm an amateur brewer, and the nice thing about making ciders is the fact that you don't actually have to boil anything. The sugars are readily available for you for fermentation. Two Town Cider House is the cider house that makes this particular cider. I've had it before. The nifty thing about it is that it incorporates nopal cactus fruit, which is something that you don't see every day in ciders. The infusion of cactus. So let's go ahead and see what that tastes like. Oh, you don't know too much about Elden Ring either. You know what? We'll learn lessons along the way. We'll die a lot. That is part of the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. You don't come here to watch speedruns, you don't come here to watch experts, you don't come here to see any champions. You just cozy up, take your licks, move on. It's okay. But yeah, let's see what Untapped has to say in terms of Prickly Paradise over here before we move on. And let me go to this scene. And so Prickly Paradise, it's a decent 5.3 4% alcohol by volume. Fruity and earthy, prickly paradise brings some dessert flair to the PNW. I don't know what that means. Pacific Northwest, I guess. We use a fusion of Northwest apples and prickly pear cactus fruit to create a vibrant flavor oasis, proving that a little paradise can be found even in the prickliest of places. And so I've had it once before at least. That's interesting. So like I said, this cider uses both apples and cactus. Let's see how true that rings. We are but sightseers, we just happen to fight. That's a very poetic way of putting it. I like that. So let's go ahead and pour this bad boy. That's a little sexist to suggest that a cider is a boy. This bad girl. That doesn't sound any better. Alright, and I've got my trusty old blue oak tulip glass. And of course, I've got the most amateurish pour possible on earth over here. But I think you get the picture. The nifty thing about this particular cider is that it's colored in like a very red, an interesting red. I think most ciders are generally gold and yellow in color, but this one is red. It almost has like the color of a jello, like strawberry gelatin. And it's got a refreshing aroma about it. It does almost kind of smell a little bit like strawberry, to be perfectly honest with you, but I am picking up some good apple notes on that. So, bang a nail. Yeah, it definitely looks like a rosé. I don't have too many of those. So, I think I might have mentioned this before, but this tastes very similar to a watermelon Jolly Rancher. And of course, I'm not great at describing these things, but it does taste certainly strong of watermelon. I do enjoy my Jolly Rancher, so it's definitely sweet. I wouldn't say it's like sickly sweet or anything like that. And it's a little bit dry. It does leave your palate with a little dryness on it. So yeah, it's definitely crisp, very light bodied at 1 out of 5. And some slight tanginess on the back end. So I recommend it. I like Prickly Paradise. Let me go ahead and update my ticker, and I will see you on the other side of this couple-minute break, and we'll play some Elden Ring. Okay, and thank you for waiting for that. Let me go ahead and adjust my gain so that you can actually hear some sound coming from it. Whew, it's been a while. People who follow my Twitter might also know that I was traveling recently, and I did play Elden Ring on the go on my Steam Deck, which was certainly an interesting experience. Alright, that's better. Okay, I'm back in Roundtable Hold. As much as I like drinking, I do have to have water every once in a while, unfortunately for us. How is the Steam Deck actually? I think it's quite nifty. I like it a lot. I use it mostly for 2D fighting games, and to be perfectly honest with you, I use it essentially like an old school handheld. But it is specific the fact that I did run Elden Ring on it while I was away. I was actually traveling internationally, and I really wanted to put in some hours into this game, so I decided to do that. And it ran it quite well. The one caveat was the fact that it was very resource heavy. The Steam Deck actually ran very hot, and yeah, the battery on it lasted a little scant of an hour. I certainly enjoy it. If you can tweak around with the settings, you can do a lot of amazing things with it, I hear. But that's not me. I play things essentially as they pop.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Ooh, some incantations. But I need more intelligence, and my character is anything but intelligent. You know what, let's get out of here. Let's go to Castle Stormveil, which is essentially what I was doing before well, it is essentially what I need to do in order to progress. You know what, let's backtrack a bit. Let's go now. Actually, let's go to the cliffside. Good times, good times. And I often forget that I need to window in order to do anything else over here. Okay. And I do love the weight of my heavy sword. That's kind of ridiculous. And I want to de-equip some of these items. Don't need my horse right now. Let's put in maybe some of those fancy throwing pots. Actually, our lantern is generally useful. And then, yeah, let's put in some pots. You want to get an upgrade to a PS5 and play Silent Hill 2. Or I actually don't have a PS5. Are those available yet? I keep hearing that, no, even though it's been over a year since it was released, that it's quite difficult to get it. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh yes, I need to put a pot. Sure, a sleep pot sounds fine. Okay, that was stupid. Well, I guess we needed to get into form. Why would I just roll off a cliff? I'm not even tipsy. Alright, so our runes are safe. And I thought I just heard... mistake. So one of the things that I've learned that this game has driven into my mind is just the fact that I need to be ever so careful every time I navigate through enemy terrain, which is essentially everywhere. And let's see. They popping up more often when I check store inventories. Yeah, and I think that's how people generally get them. They're monitoring different stores and then they see them. Okay, there it goes. Oh, and I don't know how to raise my shield. Alright, well, that was good except for the fact that I almost died. Alright. Impulse purchases. The fall of man. Well, impulse everything, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's get some tears in me. That's not really an enemy. That guy's dried up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, and if I recall correctly, this is the cellar. I've never actually left a message in this game, but I assume that they only give you a very small library of words to work with. Ooh, a crescent moon axe. Sounds like something straight out of Sailor Moon. Now, if I recall correctly, the idea of Liar Ahead suggests that there's a hidden passage somewhere. But it is also the case that a lot of them are fake messages. Put on my light. There we go. Oh, so the messages don't actually point to anywhere. They're just written about, if you can see them right here. Essentially, other players that have gone through this area in the game would just randomly leave messages. And it simply suggests that there is a liar ahead. And like I said, they only have a limited amount of text that they can use. So liar is for some reason supposed to mean hidden passage, although I'm never 100% sure. I'm sure that if I if I could really make an assessment, a lot of people leave these messages just to troll other players. Is there anything here? Okay. So let's go upstairs. I know that there's gonna be some flame throwing, folks. Ah, jeez. Of course. Dead. Yeah, so in this scenario, I should probably try to fight them in ranged fashion. ranged like, as they say. Wow. They have wind attacks. It is a thing of beauty. Alright, get these chumps out of the way. And there's my experience. Commoner shoes. I almost feel like grabbing my experience and backing off so that I could okay, that didn't actually help anything, but oh hey, no worries. I actually didn't do anything more important than flounder my way through the same exact part that you probably already saw. And these guys have some ridiculous range with those pots, but they've also got the high ground, which is why it's so difficult to actually reach them. Oh wait. Wonder if they run out. That wouldn't make sense. That does taste like with Jolly Ranchers. Maybe if I can rush them, that might be good enough. Or that might be foolish. Let me go ahead and heal up. Yeah, I know they can't have the high ground, but they started out that way. Maybe if I just wait them out, they just show up. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this guy to throw one more. Wow. And I know there's a second one up there as well. I think there's only one more. Don't pull a Skywalker. It's a little difficult to not be a hot-headed youth. Alright, let's rush him. Okay. Well, those guys are no more. But I wish I would have done it without getting so much damage on me. Alas, so it goes. I unlocked this door during a previous run. I feel like going through the main way to see if I missed something. And maybe try that again next time. We are but young blood. Oh, that's an enemy right there. I wonder if they see me. I'm gonna fireball them. When in doubt. No, that didn't even move them. But they have the pots. Alright. This place is very dimly lit. Probably should use my torch. Okay. And of course the problem with doing this, even though it gives me good lighting, is the fact that it gives away my position. So you can't really do this perfectly. Let me go ahead and charge up one more time. Yeah, so one thing I was not doing during the last time that I played this on stream was just the fact that I didn't realize that I could use magic incantations. Imagine that I started playing a paladin sorts and I didn't assume that I had holy spells. But that is yet another moment of realization in the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. We had this thing all along. Okay. Is that... Yes, that is an enemy. Alright, let's rush him. Okay. And I believe behind this door there's a giant knight. And somebody is doing something upstairs. Always check in, always break all your pots, as somebody once told me. And wonder what that message says. There's probably no point in going there, but behold betrayal. Okay, well, clearly there was no point of actually being here. Yeah, I guess I do like to rush people a la Leroy Jenkins, but you know what, at least I've got chicken. Alright, let's see. Maybe I should use a flask of magic to replenish. And I do have an Art of War that allows me to block, so maybe I can actually challenge this person to a one-on-one. Okay. Time to man up, as they say. Somebody says that. I feel like I hear the footsteps. Is that... Yes, that's them. Maybe I can just sneak past, right? Like the Sneak King from Burger King. They're not moving. That's unusual. Oh, okay. Man. I thought I had the perfect guard there. Yeah, honestly, if I could just have that level of sneakiness, I could certainly do a lot better in this game. Alright, let's see. Hopefully I can recover my runes, but at this point I'm gonna say that's not very likely. Alright, not too bad. Exile gauntlets. I wonder if those are better than the ones I have. How long is stream today? So I think I'll go for at least 2 hours and a half for this particular one. So I probably got 2 more hours on this. And then hopefully I play tonight. I'll be doing, I think I'll be playing Super Metroid tonight. Closer to like 11-12 Pacific Standard Time. And generally I also go for like 2-3 hours on those. But of course, sometimes life gets in the way, so we'll see. lofty goals, as they say. Sometimes I wonder how some streamers are able to just go for so long and do these crazy 24-hour streams, but then I remember that's because they're probably earning money doing this and they don't have other similar things to have to accomplish. That sounds like quite the fun lifestyle though. Definitely like Iron Mouse. Alright, let's try to rush this guy one more time, see what happens. Or at least go in, wait for them, and then come out. Okay, so I'm sure they'll start chasing us. And there's the second one coming down. Come on, guys. Get over here. Hi. Hello. Maybe I can shoot. Ooh. That was a single shot, but I still got hit, unfortunately. Okay, one guy I should be able to just rush. Alright. Commoner's Headband. When I was supposed to see if that piece of armor that I got was actually better than what I have. Gontric Knight Gauntlets. Well, I don't have any other gauntlets. Exile Gauntlets, it's actually not as good. But the weight rating on it is less. And of course, the problem with having a load higher than medium is that you start rolling very slowly. Yeah, actually, all of these items actually do have lore attached to them. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't actually know how to access said lore. Compare details, scroll, switch view, switch display. You know what, we'll figure it out at some point. I know that the lore in the Soulsborne games is actually quite rich. But the game doesn't actually force it down your throat. You actually have to hunt for it. And one of the ways that they do that is through items. Okay. And I know that there's a guy there. Nice, okay. So just wait for the next throw. Okay. And then it's exactly where we left off. Except for this guy, of course. Okay, and there's our ashes. Wonder if I could just get them from here. Excellent. 6,000 runes, that's actually quite respectable. What system am I playing this on? This is just a PC, and I'm sorry for all the poor display on it. I actually have it on low settings. Generally, if I were to have it on medium or high settings, it would be an incredibly slow feed. It is a very resource-heavy game, as you can imagine. Oh, to read descriptions is X on Xbox. I mean, I might try to push a few buttons, see if anything pulls up. Inventory. Do I hear somebody approaching? Oh, hello, it's our friend. I didn't realize that he was moving in the background. Is he stuck in the door? That would be cool. What if I just cheese this guy? Think of the possibilities. I don't think he liked that. But it doesn't seem like he can get through the door. That's funny. Where did he go? I can see him right there. What is he even doing? This room is so dark. What if I can just rush through? I can't even see the exit, so I actually don't know what I would be rushing to. That's probably part of the problem. Or I could just dragonate him. That's also an option. I don't know, that generally doesn't ever work. Ever. You know what, I'm gonna sleep him. How about that? That didn't work. And down I go. The combos on this guy are ridiculous. Gotta pick up those runes. Gotta pick up those runes, folks. Well, at least we gained one thing. We have learned that he does not succumb to sleep. Oh, definitely. We'll sleep when we're dead. Okay, let's see. Inventory. So if I go... Simple view, help. So this is my current weapon. Ah, there it goes. Well-crafted straight sword with an illustrious design wielded by regular of a lord's army. Blackened and damaged by years of use, it appears to have otherwise been kept in a serviceable condition despite the soldiers having long since lost their minds. Pretty nifty. Yeah, clearly I should do this with more items, at least items that clearly have some lore involved. But certainly, thank you for the tip. Alright, let's see if we can do this one more time. Alright, then go with this guy. they've got some throwing arms. Okay, nice. Well, I certainly hope that they fear me. I'm gonna say nobody fears old ales through most media. Some commoner shoes. Alright, let's see if we can get our runes back. I'm kind of a little hesitant to fight that guy again without some better strategy. Maybe we'll find a different path. There's one more upstairs. Okay, and my runes are somewhere in there. I'm gonna see if I can pop in and out. And there he goes. See if he can actually come out of this door. We'll fire him. This should be funny. If he actually pops out. Hello. Oh, I can see him right there. I wonder why he doesn't give chase. Only sometimes. Okay, now he's moving. Let's do one of these. Okay. Well, I got him with fire, I guess. Can't believe this tough guy is being stopped by a door, but you know what, I'll take it. Oh, of course, he just hit me right through the door as well. Very smart of him. Can he actually make it through the door? Jeez, the problem of course is the fact that my dragon attack has like something of a run-up. Alright. It's like every time... Okay, clearly the AI is too smart for me here. You know what, let's go back to Site of Grace and recoup. Well, at least we know his weakness is doors. And I think there was another door here. The mighty door blocks his warpath, yeah. His one weakness. Aim for the weak spot for massive damage. And of course, this was the alternate path that we opened up before. I wonder if the door is blessed or cursed. I don't think it helps either of us, to be honest with you. Okay. Let's turn off our light. And continue doing our solid snake. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I have enough time to inflict emotional. What the? Come on, chump. These guys are such... Oh, huh. I didn't realize that was a... What? Where did that come from? It's a good thing I have my shield up. I think I've gone and lost my... Oh, hey. Some of these corridors are just so similar, I kind of just get confused by them. Become the Sneak King. Oh yeah, that would be nice. Is that knight still coming? Ooh, and who is this? Let's go and try to see if we can hurl a fireball. Nice, not too bad. I think that slip on the beam was a betrayal. You know what, you might probably be right. I guess that would make the most sense. Oh, and I'm actually back in front of the knight place. Alright, not going in there. Let's go back to the staircase and try that again. Can't imagine how difficult it might be to climb a ladder wearing a full suit of armor. Glass shard. Be wary of left. Guess I should have read that before just climbing up. Yeah, knights were actually quite the specimens. Oh, there. Okay, see, that's what I missed right there. They're fine. They're alright. Is this guy dead? He looks dead. Oh, I think that's the guy that I killed from below. And what's over here? Some fire grease for our troubles. And I'm sure I could jump over there, but I don't know what the point of that would be. Let's keep going up. What's in here? Oh wait, this is exactly where I came from. Okay, this place... Oh wait, there's an enemy right there. That's one way to get things accomplished. Minis? anything else in here? Okay, I'm back on the exterior wall of Castle Stormveil. Try not to just randomly roll off to my doom. Read message. Mushroom ahead. Ah, welcome back, in I go. Yeah, you know, this set of days was actually nice and open for me. I was able to get stuff done, and so I thought, hey, let's try and get as much streaming as we can. Not out of any particular necessity, but I don't know, just felt like it. After a month away, I kind of just felt like, oh, hey, maybe I should build my library back up. Which is not something I recommend for anybody that is just doing this as a hobby. It's just fun. It's certainly nice to have you visit the stream. How have you been? Okay, and I hear somebody's footsteps. Is that something? That looks like something. Oh, that's just a message. Yeah, maybe the sneaking is on the other side of that wall. But we won't know until we cross that threshold. I am sure there's mods out there for... Oh, okay. That's... So it's another night. Also, there's generally blood marks for people that died at certain spots in the game. Kind of like messages. I wonder if I can just... Chris's blood. I'm surprised the guy hasn't noticed me. And I wonder if I can just run upstairs. I don't know when this became a Looney Tunes cartoon, but... Look at that. The puzzle is solved. Okay, and if the guy with the door taught us anything, is I'm sure that staircases are also probably a big problem for them. Ah, yes. Okay, and there's a site of grace that I had visited at some other point. Let me go ahead and touch it. Get back some of my flasks. Okay. So I have 6,000 runes. Definitely not good enough to level up. it's gonna be a while. But I'm kind of wondering if I should go ahead and buy some spells or stuff like that. Come back to this in just a bit. Okay. What time is it? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick break here. Need to go feed the boys. Feed Los. But I will be back in about 5 minutes or so. Yeah, probably gotta take them out as well to go to their business. I will be back shortly. Let's go ahead and rest here. Okay, and we are back. Okay, there's the sound again. So welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, Gentleman Streamer. Sorry for the break there, folks. Just had to take the boys out to do their business and have some lunch. Now that's a nice luxury, having lunch. And we are here in the middle of Stormveil Castle. Resting in one of the ashes, I forget what, Sites of Grace, yes, Sites of Grace. And we've been sneaking around the place because clearly we can't really take out any of the major bosses here, but I was kind of considering to go, since I can just travel back to this point at any time, I might spend some of these ruins elsewhere before continuing with Castle Stormveil. So let me see if there's any additional incantations that I'm missing from the Table of Lost Grace. That might be good. Okay. Or maybe buy some additional recipes or something like that.
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
I don't know what suggests to him that I am looking well, but I certainly appreciate the thought. Alright, so I've got most of these. Ooh, I don't have a flame fortification. This might actually be useful for those guys that keep throwing fire at me. Huh. Yeah, why not?
May the Golden Order shine through.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
A pleasure to see you. I'm still looking for my own purpose. It's not me.
Tell her what the blacksmith said.
You're telling me I possess some kind of gift? I don't believe you.
I don't actually remember what the blacksmith said, but...
I do have this talent, and goodness knows it would be my first. I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh to teach me. Certainly he does appear intimidating and holds no love for us tarnished. But I know he's trapped here at the Round Table Hold, so I can tell. He's a gentle soul underneath it all. If I do have a talent for spirit tuning, and goodness knows that, I suppose I should try. I'll ask Master Hugh.
Okay, I think we've spent her dialogue. Honestly, whenever I see her in this room, she kind of just reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. We could probably try and fortify our weapon too. I believe I've got a claymore, if I'm not mistaken. I generally use the longsword's greatsword. The claymore is supposed to be actually quite good. The only reason why my greatsword is higher is because I gave it a +3. I'm wondering if this one would be just as good if I boosted it. This one has better guard boost though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe save it for now. Let's go back to Stormveil. Okay. So back here again. And there's a stake of Marca. What is that, an eagle? Oh wait, it's one of those death birds, isn't it? Maybe we can do one of these. You know, maybe it wasn't one of those death birds. I don't think those fall actually that easily. Very cool. Try running and then jumping off. Wow. Clearly, if there's a message there, it means that somebody actually made it. But again, for what reason other than blind exploration? There's a raptor ahead. Yeah, this is actually definitely going into the unknown. I haven't visited this part in any way or form before. What is this? And the bloodstain reveals how they died. Looks like they got an arrow through them. Okay. This where the enlightened are. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, can I take out this bird just as well? Great. They're dynamite dropping birds. Birds. Gotta love those birds. Okay, well at least we're not too far off. Oh, you know, one thing that I completely forgot to do. I did buy that nifty new incantation, but I didn't actually equip it. Probably don't need the poison mist for right now. Flame fortification. Let's actually see how that works out. Okay, so there's certainly a level of build up. Anyways, we'll have to put that to use at some point. Okay, and there's that bird. Great. Oh, and there's my twig. Maybe what I can do is try to destroy the barrels before they pick them up. That'd be something. That's really something Donkey Kong taught me. Okay. Maybe I can just... Ah, of course I couldn't be slick about it. got some range. Here I'm just like messing with my controls to try to switch my my sword back into play, but of course I panic. That is what I do. I panic. All right, let's try to get our runes back. I think we're getting it down the strategy for these guys. Yeah, the fireball is good. The problem is that it takes some wind up to actually unleash. Alright, maybe we can do something dangerous here. Have a spell that allows to stun or is faster to cast. Yeah, at least unfortunately, the spells that are available to me don't have that. At least none that I have come across have that level of speed. I should really be able to just take them on melee style, but the problem is that they're carrying those barrels. Let's see if I can actually blow up that barrel from here. Ah, so close and yet so far. Ah, of course, there he goes. Seriously. Well, there goes the 3,000 runes that I had, I guess. I know, yeah. That one hurt. I think, maybe I'll just... I just gotta think this one through. Let me get to those birds again. Blasted birds. Where does that second one pop up from? Is that... There it is. Now, there was some way to actually... I'm actually wondering what the end goal here and is there any chance to actually go right past them? Well, you know what I could do is I could use a fire pot, which I haven't created in a while, but I think I've got a lot of items so I can probably spare them. And I think these ones have a little more range. But of course I rarely use them, so I'm never too sure. Alright. God dang it. Okay, so that's the strategy for that one at least. But then there's that other one that's gonna come by from the left, and unfortunately they have the high ground. Unless... Okay, so in a one-on-one fight I can definitely take them out. It's just the fact that for whatever reason they were trained to carry TNT barrels. The eagles from that one fantasy book. You're not talking about Lord of the Rings, are you? Alright, better not hit all of these barrels, so they'll probably just blow up in my face. Also, I don't actually know that there isn't any more eagles around here, so I probably should continue to try to be sneaky. Oh, and there's a staircase down here. What say you? Trap ahead. I'm sure it's perfectly safe. Dragon ahead. That is very direct. Try fire. Decoy ahead. Okay. Okay, so we're developing this strategy. We're making some good progress here. Who are those people down there? That's interesting. Where I'm sure we'll meet them at some point. Let's get that fire pot ready. I guess I didn't need the fire pot for that one. Okay, and then that next one is gonna come from the left. I wonder if I can just chuck the fire pot at it while it's in the air. There it is. I guess I could. Well, these guys are really weak to fire, I guess. Is there anything here? Looks like a crate. Yeah, honestly, when I probably should have had more on hand, but I honestly didn't have too much faith in that that throw, but it worked out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way over here, and I'm going to destroy the canisters before I get ambushed. And I might actually invest some more resources into making more pots in case I need them. Where's my pots? Oh, that's item crafting. Okay, and then let's flame sling this. And bird is dead. Got some smithing stones, which are the things that help us power up our weapons. Yeah, appreciate the kudos. Very few and small victories in the Ales and Fails Switch stream, but we do what we can. Alright, So I think the only way to go from here is down. So let's do that. Some guy sleeping on the job over there. Another door. Ooh. Something to pillage. Golden rune. Golden runes are essentially experience. Why did you... Okay. That is frustrating. What is this place? So I guess a little background as to my gaming habits, but I've been mostly trained on the Nintendo controllers, and so every once in a while, I'm currently using an Xbox controller. Every once in a while, I'll hit the wrong button. Hence me just randomly drinking flasks. I wonder if I drop down here, will I just die? Actually, this seems like this is probably where we came in, maybe? Not too sure. Okay, and there's a spire. That's where we came from. There's a window. Let's go keep going this way. It's a bit chilly in the Aleden. Okay, and there's some folks downstairs. Didn't expect strange sort. I don't know what you mean by that. And maybe this is a hidden... Maybe one of these is breakable. Oh, actually there's a stair down here. Sorry, stair ladder. Me speak English. And of course the staircase leads all the way down to these guys who are patrolling the area. Is there a safe spot though? Maybe if I make it all the way down and run in there, that could potentially be a safe spot. Or I could try to make it all the way over there, and maybe that's a safe spot. Well, let me just check out what their patrol is like. Here's wondering if I can just pick them off from up here. But I'm sure with my luck that knight is going to be able to just climb up this ladder and wail on me. I could try to take that guy out though. The possibilities. Oh, great. Wow, I didn't... How are they actually... That's surprising. What the... Okay, well that did something. Okay. It just threw me off the ledge. Okay, let there be a safe spot around here. I wonder if he'll give chase. What I was actually trying to do... Oh great, he's still coming. This is the most absurd game of cat and mouse, by the way. That's where we came from, of course. Has he forgotten? Great. Run away. The greatest victory is the one that's least earned, of course. Where are we? Okay, now I wonder if he's still coming. I think we might be in the clear here. Another Aelwolf classic moment. And a golden rune for our troubles. If only I had a friend, visions of a plump sort. These messages are so cryptic. I certainly hope this isn't a dead end. Oh, you think so? Cannibalism, that's the reference. Possibly. Okay. So let's keep moving forward. Continue our sneak. What is that? Danger. Okay, I believe it. Oh, what is... Oh, that's just an image. Oh, wait a second. What is that? Jeez, okay. I think that's that enemy that I faced back at the beginning of the game. Longtime fans of the Soulsborne series will remember that you always start out the game, you face some tough challenge, and then you get killed, and that's when you really start the game. I think that's the thing that actually one of the enemies that you actually face. Anyways, then maybe let's take out something easier here. Okay, nothing in this corner. Unfortunately, with my luck, I'm sure that the only way is down. But then the question becomes, how do I cheese my way through it? Okay, there seems to be another guard on that side. And there's an item potentially over there. That I'm honestly mostly looking for the next place where I can the next site of grace. Oh, somebody's coming. One of those knights. May the cheesy gods look upon me. All of them. Chatter, Colby, Havarti. Definitely mozzarella. You gotta have mozzarella. Okay, I don't think I can actually reach that person, but there seems to be good treasure over there. And like I said, I don't want to just jump down, because as soon as I do, I'll just get destroyed by that spider thing. Okay, so let's try to make it out this way. Ooh, what is this? Yowza. Hey, a connoisseur of good food. I do love the brie cheese. Actually, every time somebody mentions brie cheese, I'm reminded of those days back when everyone and their mother was on Facebook, and like they were starting to implement like games into Facebook itself. And then like one of the first games that I remember becoming popular was what is it called, Mousetrap. And of course the game was essentially you had to place a particular mousetrap with a particular piece of cheese, and it was a thing that if you placed brie cheese, it would always give you the highest possible mouse caught or something like that. I forget. It was kind of a dull game, to be honest with you. The earliest incarnation of gacha mechanics. I wonder if I can just drop down here. I wonder if it pairs well with cider. Not that I'm a connoisseur of pairing anything with anything, but I do know that stuff like wine does pair well with certain cheeses. And cider, honestly, is kind of like a step removed from wine, at least in my book. What if this guy just gets paid to like walk around? Alright, go to this side. Oh, and this place, I can probably just go over here. Okay, great. So where are we now? This castle is actually quite massive. Here's me wondering if I'm actually going to where I need to go, or if I'm just getting lost. Well, all paths lead to Rome, as they say. Ah, gold pickle fowl foot. Tasty. One hood. Not that I wear anything except heavy mail on this character. That seems to be his style. Actually, let's check out what it says. Why not? Pickled fowl foot. Four-toed foot of a fowl, pickled in a golden medicinal solution. Craftable item. Boost the amount of runes obtained from defeating enemies for a certain duration. Since old times, the needy would scrape the meat clean, even from a fowl's claw. So that's cool. I guess for a limited amount of time, whatever runes you get, which is, you know, this game's equivalent of experience, you get more under the effects of consuming this item. But of course, the problem for me is I never know how well I'm gonna fare in battle. So maybe save it for a sure fight. Oh, and I guess I had a silver one as well. This one boosts item discovery. Gotta say, not a fan of eating anything on a bird other than meat. Not really a fan of the claws. Oh, hey, where are we? Well, somebody's in there. Okay. That might have been the person that I passed earlier. I like the fact that this game actually made it so that there's a lot of alternative paths, or at least paths where you don't directly have to fight the enemies head on. It allows chumps like myself to actually progress forward. Okay. Another rooftop. As safe as I should feel in these external areas, I'm very wary of those annoying birds. Okay, so that's a potential route. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm just being self-deprecating. That's what I do. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as somebody said. Okay, I think the way forward is clear. Yeah, here's hoping nobody's skinning cats. I wonder how that saying came to be. Okay. Okay. Doesn't look too dangerous. But of course that's where we need to go. Did I look up Penn Badgley? I was going to do it this morning, and then somebody started talking to me. But I was left curious. Clearly, that's what I should do. You know what? Let's clearly pause this action and just have a quick see here, because now I'm invested in this. Penn Badgley. Alright, let's go to Google Images. Have a quick image search break here. Alright, so you know, I guess I could see some slight resemblance there. And there's certainly a very good-looking man there. Yeah, admittedly so. Beardless. Yeah, it's certainly a solid jawline. I'll give him that. Okay. Good times here in the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Yeah, we were just talking about that last night. I don't know. I don't even remember why that came up, to be perfectly honest with you. Good times, though. In another life. Okay, so I think we can safely drop down one level. There's just a sleeping guard with an arrow, so here's hoping that it's not too bad. But this looks very similar to where I was. Maybe this is a higher level? Maybe I'm on the other side, actually. Not too bad. And now we get to see the other side of this carcass. Wonderful. Let me go ahead and turn on my lantern. I almost said my lanta. Got stomach issues on the mind. Try not to use the lantern too much, otherwise it'll just give away my position. Who else is down there? Wonder if I can pick off that guy from here. If you audition for season 5 and bring up that you're his evil twin brother set to kill him once and for all, and you'll be a hero for many simp girls, huh? You know what? if there's a cat, I'll set a Google alert for casting calls, and why not? Oh, there's a treasure. Nothing beats a jumping attack, except every time it doesn't work. All right, let's hope that this is not. What was that? Switch action. Let's read the message first. Why is it always dung? Okay. Can I actually... Oh, I think I need to be standing up to open things. Of course. Pickled turtleneck. I think I remember what these things do, but I'll take a look at it. Turtleneck meat pickled in a bitter medicinal solution. Craftable item. Temporarily boosts stamina recovery. Cool, nutrients churned through the body. And I've got a pretty good amount of these in my stock. For whatever reason, I just don't use them too many times. One of the things that I know people say a lot about Elden Ring is use items. But it's just difficult for me, you know? I kind of just grew up in the old style of like going through like long adventure games and never using the items that are offered all the way until like the final battle. And you'd notice, oh, I didn't actually need to save most of these things. I could have used them. Had an easier time along the way. That would have been good for the firebirds. Yeah, absolutely. Power through. Same here, yeah. It's just difficult not to save items, you know? I think that's where a lot of people get their hoarder instincts. And it seems like I could go over there. Maybe what I need to do is actually pick off that guy. But how would I even reach over there? Oh, there's a door. But using items all the time makes you too reliant on them, and it doesn't look as cool. Yeah, I think my concern is if I start using too many items and I go to like a location where I'll die very often, since the items don't actually replenish every time I die, it's like, well, I just wasted a stock. Maybe I could have used them more smartly or something like that. So it's almost like a two-way street. I always like being swift. There's a sense of pride. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a sense of pride there. But yeah, sneakiness is also good. I wonder if can my fireball actually go higher than this? There we go. Okay, that just annoyed him. I'm gonna hide behind this wall. Oh, Ah, they're too smart for me. You know what I will do, though? Oh, great. Of course I just fell. I like the fact that I didn't even equip my sword. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I doing with my life? Curve the flame. Oh jeez, and that's where that other creature is. See, that thing was behind me the entire time and didn't go for me. That's fun. 2-for-1 special. No doubt. Now, there's a lot of times where I'll just like be using my ring to throw fireballs. And then I'll completely forget that when I have my ring, I actually don't. Oh great, it's coming, isn't it? Narrow passages must be its downfall. Okay, and it turned back. Good, that was a close one. I know that I can definitely not beat that one. And the reason that I know that is that I did try a dungeon, I want to say a couple weeks back. It's called Fringe Folk Hero's Grave or Tomb. And they've got 2 of those walking around. And I literally tried to actually just fight it straight on, and no, it's way too fast. Okay, the thing that I do want to do though is collect my rewards from there, but would it be too much of a gamble here? And of course I know that there's a guard roaming this area, so maybe what I need to do is wait for him to pass. The suspense is killing me. Gave him a concussion, but he's an undead. Yeah, you know, undead still have joints and tendons and all that good stuff. Yeah, that thing is wild. Now I wonder if I can just run past it through that door over there. And if I do and I succeed, what if that's just a dead end? Questions, questions, too many questions. So I always wondered, are the goggles prescription or just for show? I guess it's show. Okay, so for this, let me route you to, well, actually, let me say this. When I thought about creating this stream, I was very much in the camp of like, you know what, I don't necessarily want people to know it is me just because it seems a little silly when it started, and I was like, well, it's not like I'm gonna wear a mask. That would also be kind of goofy. And of course there's the you know, the streamers that just use avatars, which is pretty cool, I think. But then I was like, I don't really possess that level of technical know-how. I also did know that I wanted to do something that involved like talking about beer, and so obviously I couldn't like wear a full face mask because I wouldn't be able to drink anything. So I was like, well, what could I put on that's kind of cool? And just the idea of goggles came up because of 2 things. Because of the show Digimon, if anybody's familiar with that, the protagonist always wears goggles for some reason. And then like, what is it? There's also this other manga / anime that I really liked back in the day called Shield 21. And like, it's about this kid that like likes playing football, and he can't let everyone know that he's this person that is actually an amazing runner, and so he wears like an eye shield, hence Shield 21. So that's kind of the ridiculous reason why I wear goggles. Ever since then, I kind of just like, I like them, and it's kind of fun. That was my guess, to be more anonymous. Oh great, there it goes. Run, run, run. Why am I still crouching? Great. Oh, it went away. Funny how that works. And so when I actually first started the stream, I actually had some, some brown steampunk style goggles. Very similar to these, except they were like brown and leatherish. And then I kind of gave up on that theme, and I decided to go with like pinks and blues. And so I kind of just like, pink goggles is good. It's cool. So yeah, that is the short version of why I wear goggles, and I think it's still coming actually. Okay. Vaporwave. I wonder if it'll actually go back to its routine. Yeah. So, what are my chances here? Should I try to sneak past the giant spider, or should I try to sneak past this knight? I probably won't be able to sneak past this guy. I'll probably have to fight him. Go through the night. I could also just try to outrun him. I should probably refill my magic, now that I think about it. Maybe heal a bit. Yeah, I actually have no idea where to go. Sorry, I missed a couple of messages right there. To be more anonymous, yeah, that's kind of the idea. Although I am sure that most people that know me know that it's me behind these. So there's that. But yeah, I like them. I'ma keep them, even if people do figure it out. It doesn't actually matter. I think at this point it's just part of the show's personality. Okay, so I'll probably try to go when he's looking behind. Oh, great. Why am I still crouching? Oh, wait a second. I remember this place. I was here before. I just circled back. That's fun. So that means that entire time, that was just a shortcut to get to the same exact location with that giant spider. Yeah, oh, you bet he's angry. Like, your entire job is to monitor one room, and then there's this one guy that just, like, sneaks past you, crouching, like, in leather mail. I'm sure that he was just like, damn it. Does it bother looking at screen over time? So the issue that I generally run into is that they will fog up. I've since learned to wear them actually quite loosely, so a lot of the times they'll just like move very easily. So there, I do get some breathability there, and then I've also just gotten like special lens cleaning wipes that's supposed to prevent fog. Sometimes though, it's kind of inescapable. But you know what? I don't know. I think it's worth the trouble. I think I like it. Okay, and so this was the door that I went through that time. And that's where the spider is. So I'm honestly thinking that I just need to sneak past the spider. God, so much meat. If only I could hit its weak point for massive damage. If there's anything like a giant enemy crab, I think that's it. Except for the other giant enemy crabs in this game. Okay, so here trying to memorize its routine. So I think I'll just try to run past it when he's on the other side of the hallway. And I don't think he can get through that door, so that might be good enough. Okay, so I don't hear the spider trying to claw through. Although I'm sure it is not happy. Look at that. We actually made it past. Some random door. I don't know that I just want to go into a dark door. It's nice and light outside. Oh, it looks like there might be a battle at the door. That looks like the ramparts. I might be facing a bunch of enemies if I go down that direction. Okay. What would Penn Badgley do? All right. You know what? Let's try the let's try the Door of Darkness. Okay, and this might actually be safer. This reminds me of those old cathedrals in like Europe. Oh, hi. Just standing next to me. Yeah, I should have Leroy Jenkins that one. Safe enough to do so anyways. Okay, it looks like somebody faced something over there. So I think what this game has taught me so far is that I can get past most knights by not fighting them. It's probably safe to drop down, but I do want to get to see whatever this is. Seek a hole. Some arrows. Could this be a beautiful? The finesse of a giant sword. Okay, so I'm just going to see if there's any enemies that I'm not completely aware of if I drop. Okay, time for some liquid courage. So I do have a bow, but I rarely use it. My character doesn't have, I think you need a good level of stats, sorry, a good level of dexterity in order to use bows well. Okay, let's just go down and see what happens. There's a door there. Ooh. Wait a second. Is this the door that I was just at? I think it is. Okay. Alright, so at least I know where we were at. And now I'm wondering, is there another route here other than going outside, if that's the case? Well, so it's either a spider or go out. I'll turn off my lantern. And of course some roaming guards. This kind of reminds me a little bit of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, when you were sneaking past the area of the Gerudo Fortress. Except the death animations here are far more realistic. Okay, so maybe if I go... Let there be no more light, please. Yeah, it hurts our chances to succeed. I almost wish that there... If I found the Site of Grace, I could actually make it daytime by just waiting. But unfortunately, we don't have a Site of Grace within our reach right now. Certainly not without backtracking a lot. Alright, let's try to see what happens if we do one of these. Great. Oh, hey, what is this? some fire arrows here. Okay, so I think some of them are aware that I am around. Of course, I could try to pick off some of them. I think they're probably just waiting for me. Hello. Yeah, fire arrows are nice. Probably gonna get shot if I stand up. But I do have the high ground, that is something. Maybe I just need to throw some pots at them. I could also call on my wolves now that I've got the ashes sign on. But before I do that, let me go ahead and see if I can at least try to pick some of these guys off safely from here. Yeah, it is my favorite summon, the wolf pack. Now, if only my real dogs were as trusty as those guys. Okay, so let me craft some more of these fire pots. Alright. I could try to get more than one at a time. That one's right next to a ballista, which is why I want to get it. You know what, let's see what happens if I just throw a fireball at it. You know what, let's just use a fire pot. Okay, so now the next one just takes the lead. Okay. Guys. You guys. Great. That wasn't very smart. That's not good. Oh great, I called the wrong enemy, of course. I love it. I wanted to summon my wolves, and instead I summoned the jellyfish. But you know what? That's a par for the course here in the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I can't see anything. Fortunately, my defenses were good enough for those weak guards. Well, at least I have a jellyfish. Okay, let's see who's left. At least these enemies weren't too OP'd. But as soon as I run into one of those knights, it'll be a little different of a story. So the jellyfish, what it does is it poisons enemies, and at the same time it serves as a decoy. So enemies will a lot of the times focus on it rather than yourself, which is good for like one-on-one boss battles. Not so good when you're trying to storm a castle. Not what I wanted to do. I am having the best luck of ever. I can't believe I actually managed to go through this many enemies without just randomly getting wailed on. I feel like every time I get attacked by more than one enemy, it's essentially like a lost cause. The moon jelly did help. It seems like it was spitting out poison from far away. And maybe attracted some people, but it's a trustworthy ally. Maybe not necessarily the best suited for this particular battle, but you know what? We will take what we have. And yes, I should probably load up on magic. I'm at nothing. Okay. Are there any enemies left? So that's where I came from. There's one enemy right there. The moon jelly has indeed... What the... Oh, I guess that's what those things are for. What are you doing, dude? What is Moon Jelly doing over there? Just hanging out. Being a good boy. Okay, and is that another one of these knights? Yeah, so thank you for the tip. Like I said, I was running through this entire battlefield without any magic. And actually, that's probably the reason why I summoned the Moon Jelly in the first place. It actually takes less magic to summon it than the wolves. And so when I summoned, I actually had less magic on me, which is what forced me... Didn't really force me to summon the jelly instead. I kind of just pressed the button, I guess. Okay. Like I said, this place would be a little easier to map out if it was daylight. What am I looking for here? Okay, so we're actually very close to my Cinderella time, as they say. Probably need to wrap up and get to a couple of other things. So I'm honestly trying to find like a safe spot. There's one more guard over there. So much for being sneaky. We essentially tanked the entire thing. So there were some moments of sneakiness. What is that? Okay, that looks like a giant guy. Maybe we don't go in that direction, you know? Maybe we check out the other path for now. If sneak fail, tank. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like I said, the way that I was envisioning this character when I created him was, I'm gonna create a paladin with like heavy armor set and some magic spells. And that is what I ended up doing, but this game doesn't actually like let you tank per se. If you get attacked and you get comboed, you're out no matter how high your defenses are. We do have Moon Jelly though. As long as it's on our side, we'll be okay. Is it? Oh wait, it's disappearing. No, hold on for dear life. So with this game, the way summons work is they're only allowed to roam around for specific areas of the map. So I think I think it's going out of bounds. That's the problem. Okay, what is this place? Oh yeah, these guys can be easily backstabbed. And of course, that was the worst. Went so far. Went so far. Probably a good way to have accomplished this. Probably drop a sleeping pot. That probably would have been a good idea. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. I think that might be a good sign to actually call it a day for now. So I think that's what we'll do. And here I am. Okay. Okay. And that was the Ales and Fails twist stream in the blog I like to call Aleden Ring. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Hopefully you had some good time. Thank you very much to all the advice by friends of the stream, Rio de Lobos and In I Go. Couldn't have gotten that far without you guys. But certainly MVP of the night goes to Moon Jelly. Also couldn't have done what we did without it. So I'll say that if I'm still feeling up to it, I'll probably go and play Super Metroid tonight, closer to 11-12 Pacific Standard Time during the retro block of the stream. The heart is willing. We'll see how my energy levels are by that point. But I really do want to get back. Yeah, Moon Jelly indeed. It probably could have done this entire run without my support, to be honest with you. But yeah, this has been good. This was a good run. We discovered a lot of things. We discovered that the best solution to everything is just sneaking around. A howl for the Moon Jelly indeed. I'll do one better though. A toast to its health. Alright folks, well, with that, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Thanks again. Hope to see you soon. We'll play Elden Ring again sometime. And if I don't see you, have a wonderful rest of your week or day, week. Have a good time with both of those. And I should really get one of those fancy Steam Decks. It would automate things so easily. Anyways, stay thirsty, Ale Pack. We'll see you soon.